Hi there and welcome to Swift CRM training number 1. This assumes that you know nothing about the program. You may even feel like you kind of resent the program because it's one more thing that you have to learn and maybe you don't even know why. Your boss said or somebody said that you need to. And I'll show you why, and I just want to address that and call it out. And for those who are sold on it, awesome. For those who are not sold, I promise you it will create time. In fact, the time you invest will be returned many times over, and you will make more money if you use it. You'll see why as you get further into it. So time and money, but the biggest thing is I know that you are probably faced with time. It's just common for new clients for time to be a bottleneck. And so investing just a few minutes to learn just the absolute basics and the rest will fall into place as you go. You don't need to learn it overnight. You just need to really start using it. So that's what we're going to cover in this video. So that's why what's in it for you. Why do you care? Is time and money. It will create time and money with a little bit of investment. So why do you care? What's in it for you? Time and money. If you'll invest just a few minutes one time, it may give you, let's say, 15 minutes per day, and then half an hour per day, and then 3 hours per day for you to do something else, because it'll automate your follow-up, it'll simplify your life, and help you not drop deals, so it will increase your bottom line. First things first, you need to connect to a company. Here's what I mean by that. If you have not yet connected to a company, so if you log into Swift CRM and just get logged in, and you go over to Pipeline and you don't see any companies here, then pause this video and view our help file about connecting to a company. We've got a separate help file about that. If you have a company, then proceed, but don't proceed unless you have a company because nothing's going to work. Bottom line is we need to have some services and products for you, otherwise you've got nothing to sell. So let's assume that you're proceeding, you've got a company to click on here. When you first get to there, it's going to be blank. You're going to see nothing here. You might see a table that looks something like this, says no opportunities yet. Why not click to add one now? And you'll notice that the tabs are today or urgent. This is going to be based on the urgency score. Because this is a brand new account, 0% is my highest urgency score. I'm in as demo. And but what will happen is with time, we're only going to show you your most at any given moment on your today or urgent. We're going to show you your most urgent deals. So if you snooze something till Thursday because it's Tuesday today, and that's when you're going to follow up with the client, it's going to go on up to upcoming or on hold or something like that. Ongoing is for your ongoing clients if you have a service or product, and these tabs are customizable. You can choose to relabel them. However, all you're doing is relabeling them. You're not actually changing the function, because at the end of the day, we want to kind of keep what's most important in front of you right now. And then if this guy Roger Vaughn says, call me back Thursday, until Thursday, it's kind of irrelevant. So we're going to put it in upcoming. Anyway, the first thing you want to do is create a new opportunity. Go ahead and click that, add new selling opportunity. And you can search your address book, and over time what's going to happen is your address book is just naturally going to get built up. You also may want to see our video about importing contacts. You can import basically everybody from either an Excel sheet, you can connect it to web pages and websites for landing pages, that sort of thing. You can import socially from Gmail, import your contacts that way, and then it'll build up your address books over time. If it's a repeat client that's calling, you'll just type that in here. Because you have a brand new account, just click this green box here for add new person. And we're going to put in a new guy, Demo Mick Demerson. Notice it's going to try and find a photo based on this email, and sometimes it's successful. So you may see a little photo pop up. This is obviously not a real person. This is really your product or service. And notice this did not work because it's a fake phone number. This is your product or services. And in this case, I'm connected to 2 different companies for this demo account, Bread and Circus Entertainment, Swift Cloud Software as Service. So I'm going to define the service. You may only have one batch there, but once you've connected to a company, you'll set up your products or services. That's covered in another video, so this should already be done for you at this stage. And then how did you find out about us? Let's say it was a print ad. Let's say it was a past client. Just hit Save Opportunity. It's going to dump me onto a new page, which is all about the details of this selling opportunity. Now, crucial to our system is just human understanding. This is not technical. You just need to listen. But humans and selling opportunities to us, to Swift CRM, are separate entities. For example, if you sell real estate, you may have somebody who is selling their house with you and buying another house. That's two separate transactions. And if one of them dies, that doesn't mean that the other one does. In addition, there may be multiple humans involved in that in that sale, right? You might be dealing with a husband and a wife. If you're selling to a business, let's say there's two different business partners and both of them have to sign. If you're selling business financing, you may have multiple open transactions in the same time, and each one is treated as a separate deal. That way, if one of them dies, the other ones are unaffected. And you can have unlimited deals tied to unlimited humans, and that's just conceptual. I don't need to show you everything right now. I just want to show you the basics. So right now, you've so far created a selling opportunity. Notice I could even do it from here, right? So if, let's say, I'm working on Demo McDemerson and I'm just making notes or I'm emailing, some other client calls in and it's a new opportunity, just go to Pipeline, New Opportunity. Just a quick speedy tip there. But on this video, I wanted to show you the absolute basics only. So if you know nothing else but how to create a bunch of opportunities so that you go into your email inbox and just scrub through, if you're like some people, you might have 1,000 emails in your inbox, some of which are selling opportunities. And what happens is your inbox keeps growing, for many, by a few every day, and then stuff slides off that first page. Next thing you know, it's on page 22. You've forgotten about it, and you may lose the deal because the client simply went somewhere else. And so you're losing revenue. We want every time to change your habit so that every time you meet somebody at a friend's house, if you heard about it, it doesn't matter how it comes into your sphere of understanding, your world. We want all the selling opportunities to go into the system. And even if you just do nothing else, you don't put any notes or anything about it, but just to cause yourself to remember, you just put in a name and phone number and email and create the opportunity so you don't lose it. At least it'll be in this one place. But we want this to be your number one dashboard for all possible sales that you have. So for many, if you haven't been using a CRM, that's going to probably be your email inbox. It may be a bunch of little slips of paper. It might be whiteboard notes. It could be some other system. It could even be who knows what, right? It could be Excel or something like that. You can do an Excel import. We'll cover that in different videos into SwiftCloud. And you can import pipelines and deals and stuff like that. You can also connect it to web pages, so all your landing pages, that sort of thing. But again, right now, just start dumping deals in so that you don't lose them. So we covered connecting to a company first, how important that is, and manually importing deals. Next, what we want to do is show you just the one most crucial other thing to know, which is the yellow comments box. If you know just these two things, just this yellow box, which is really the timeline of the deal. Now, if I wanted to email this guy, Demo McDemerson, I could click email right here and email him right from within the application. You'll notice there's templates. I don't have any templates. It's a brand new account, so it's demo. Then that's up here. But in this case, I just want to set it to comment. So I go back here to comment, and this is just private to me. This is a comment. If I wanted to, I could link that to google.com. I don't want to, so I'm just going to hit Save Update. Notice it's going to be time date stamped, and because I'm in as demo, it's in as me, right? And notice it's time date stamped. This is immutable. This can never ever be changed by anybody. Doesn't matter if you're the company owner. That's critical because of lead source, for example. Also, every single page has help specific to that page, meaning when I click this, it knows what page I'm on. And if I click this, it's going to open a new page which is a help file specific to this page, meaning this is, no matter what page you're on, this is specific to it. So we also have a whole support center with lots of little training videos about specific topics. We have a setup wizard, and we have a resources library, and that's sort of like best practices, that sort of thing. Here's up also where you can log out, can change your password, sort of basic account things. This is we hope that you get value from the system and you invite some friends and you can get some little bonuses and that kind of thing up here. And this is also where you can switch hats. So for example, when it comes to accounting, if you have a corporation, is a separate legal entity than you personally, and so you can switch hats. You can say, all right, I'm going to use this program as SwiftCloud, or I can do certain things as SwiftCloud. This is also where you would change to a company-based pipeline. For example, in the case of, let's say, incoming leads for a company should technically flow to the company, then a sales manager may choose to reassign them to individual sales reps and take ownership of them. That's getting a little more complicated than you need to know, but just know that it exists, and this is where you can do that. Up here is also messages. We're going to have Instant Messenger. This is the dock. This is also where you can find things like your calendar and the instant messaging, and you're going to see more of this sort of thing in the near future. We're still working on it, but your calendar is right here. So that's a good breaking point for today. If you just know nothing else, it's how to manually input deals and how to get to your pipeline, how to navigate the pipeline, and how to make comments in the yellow box. Everything else is going to start to fall into place from there because you can just start playing with it. You're not going to break it. So in this case, let's say I want to call this guy Roger Vaughn, and I got no answer, no voicemail. When are you going to follow up? Great. I'm going to follow up in one day. I just hit this. It's going to instantly create an event into my calendar, right? It's for tomorrow, Friday, and which is going to show down here. And so I've got a follow-up schedule for about 24 hours from now, and it's also going to show in my calendar, which is right up here. So there you have it. Enjoy, and if you have any questions about just the basics, I encourage you to first check our help section because it is searchable. We're going to kind of guide you through a series of short videos to help you get acclimated one bite at a time. But feel free to play with the program. You're not going to break anything, and you may want to just put in yourself. Note that our system, because it is contact driven, by the way, it is contact driven. So if you put in yourself, you may see that things are sometimes a little funky. And the reason is because it knows who you are. So in this case, if I wanted to edit this contact, it's going to dump me over to the address book. Remember that a selling opportunity is separate than a contact. And if I want to get back there, I just go over here to CRM, go over here, and should be able to click that, and it'll drop me back on that page. Enjoy. Thanks.